Hello, how you doing? It's Friday, January 9th, 2026. Yeah, just a bunch of numbers. So who's helping? Oh, so many, 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 many. Keep going. People to thank. People that have helped me on my journey. Because it's a journey. Journey to you. You know, you're going out there, but it all comes back in. So, yeah. Who's helping you on your journey? I know Julia's helping me and Rebecca. I know that. They have taught me well. How can you help yourself if you are not healed? You do understand you're free to make that choice. You know, I mean, a lot of people are going around having not done the work on healing themselves and going, I know what's best for you. You know, when they haven't even done the work themselves. It's work, but work can be play. You see, you learn as you go along. This is life's experience, but of course there are always these little detours, these mazes that they'll go, oh, come in, come on, come in with me. It's fine. I know the way out. Come into the maze with me. You'll be amazed. No, I mean, it's really, life is a series of experiences, and you try not to experience the ones over and over and over and over and over again that are your mistakes. My mistakes obviously came from me, and I made those mistakes knowingly. I knew there was a risk. So I just kept going. I mean, the thing is, reparations on your mistakes. Well, if you're knowingly doing the same thing, I mean, repeating the same patterns, you're going to stay in the same place. You know, you're going to be fooling yourself and nobody else. So you try and correct those mistakes. You look at yourself, you go deep within and you go, right, I'm going to think about how I act and react in this world, this human experience. I'm going to seriously consider how I act and react. So I've learned over the years that unless you're specifically asked to help somebody, you don't go in with, oh, I know what's wrong. You don't. You have no idea what's going on in the next person's head unless they specifically ask you for help on a certain thing. And I mean, it might be many things, you know. I mean, some of the greatest healers in the world teach you how to heal yourself so as you can go about healing others. But you have to be invited in. You can't just go around going, I'm going to help this person because they're not as advanced as, I mean, this is elite games of I know what's best for you. They're just rubbish games until you get to the point where you know, look, I am a free man. I make choices. I make active choices on my life. I try not to make reactive choices, but there are things out there that are going to try and trip you up and you have to react. But the point is, try and make yourself the center of your world as a healed person. Try and make of yourself that which is the best of you, you know? I mean, make the best of yourself. That way, when you go out into the world and you touch other people's lives, because we all do. I mean, you know, we're interacting, we're influencing others. So when you do that, you are coming from a place of true self, not controlling self, you know, controlling others. I mean, sure, you have to be in control of your emotions and, you know, your physical, your mental, your spiritual, you know, all of your sense of being is based on your emotional actions. So you have to be connected to your emotions, your physical self. You have to look after your physical self as best you can. Sure, we're getting old and things, but that's okay. Physical self. But so there's the mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual self. And then you can go out into the world. If you've got those in balance, you can go out into the world and you can go, okay, anybody out there want some help? And be aware that some people are just going to go, take advantage of him or her. But the point is, you know, because you come from a place that has a deeper understanding of manipulation. We're being manipulated constantly. Of course we are. Society will take advantage of anybody that's out there going, I've got loads of help to give you, you know, but you have to be aware, and that awareness has been eroded. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, nobody trusts each other anymore. Why don't we trust each other? Well, because we've made bunches of mistakes in our lives, and you have to work on the word forgiveness, because a lot of people have been duped in their life, and then they stick with that duped feeling. They stick with it. They're like, yeah, oh, I got fooled. Oh no, but I'm not going to admit it. I'm just going to steal up. And then they lose their feelings. They lose they lose touch with their own emotions. I've made many mistakes in my life, and I've done my best to not repeat those mistakes. And then I try and help those that I love, that are closest, nearest, and dearest. And but only when they ask specifically for help. And if they're asking for help in areas which I think they're not looking after themselves, I'll teach them as much as I can about looking after themselves, you know, true independence, you know. We don't need somebody else telling us, you know, the nanny state, the government, the liars, the cheats, that we don't need those people telling us how to run our lives, you know. I mean, many years ago, I used to watch TV series, and I actually visited the village in which this TV series was shot. It was kind of a fun, you know, spy versus spy. Everything's underground, and it's all secretive and secret service. And there was some really silly stuff about it, but it was kind of fun. But it was all based around this one person. It was called The Prisoner, and Patrick McGoohan. And the basic premise was everybody's a number. Well, I am not, and his retort was, I am not a number, I am a free man. And it's true. The emphasis was, I am not a number, I am a free man. But you see, it was embodied in somebody else on a TV screen as a piece of entertainment. but that ran in the, I suppose it must have been the 70s. So it was a TV series in Britain in the 70s, and it ran kind of almost as a sort of parody of what was really going on. You see, we were slowly but surely being eroded our own freedoms, but watching entertainment about having our own freedoms eroded. But there's an irony in that, you see, because you have to look at it and go, well, it's just a TV show. Yeah, it's just a TV show. And all of this, is this just a TV show? Well, even if it is, you still have to be yourself in your character. Be you. Everybody else is taken. Thank you, Oscar Wilde. Be yourself. Be yourself. Look after you. You know, there's that. I'm going to emphasize it. If you love you for being you, then you can help others understand how that works, but only when they invite you to do that. You can't do it by force. You can do it by being open. And I'm open. I'm open for business. I love my life. It's so exciting. Every day I make up my mind what I'm going to do next. What are you going to do next? It's a good thing. I'm going to help others because I feel good about myself. I'm not going to help others to make them feel bad about themselves, thus raising my feeling of superiority. Now, there's a lot of people who act like that. Loads of people. I've worked for many. A lot of British, no, not going to go there. Clear, cancel, delete. A lot of people pontificate on the idea that they are superior. I know better than you. I know what's best. Oh, no, no. And a lot of people acquiesce to those people. They go, oh, wow, he really is. Da, 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 you know. So if you're seeking salvation in an exterior, you know, if you're seeking anything outside of yourself that is your salvation, then you haven't done enough internal work to enter the external world free. You're entering it with a whole bunch of luggage that you're dragging along with you. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but the point is, if you don't try, and you must try harder. Heal thyself. You can do it. It's just love. It's all it is. It's that unconditional love. It's inside you. You were born with it. And it's inside you when you leave this human experience. So somewhere during that human experience, you get to the point where you think, wow, I remember when it was all like a giant playground. It was all here to enjoy the beauty of human experience. Or alternatively, you go, I'm looking forward to when I can have the great beauty and the wonderful experience that life will bring me. So, you know, you're stuck between this birth and death scenario when you know that you are eternal being having a human experience. You know that. Don't you? Or do you think somebody's going to pluck you out of this world and pluck you in and drop you into this world and pluck you, like little toys? Like, do you think there's some external being that's playing with you like a rag doll? Because if you do, you've got a lot of work to do inside because you're not the rag doll. There are not puppeteers. There is you. Deep within you is the knowing that this life, this human experience, is one of unconditional love. No conditions. I love it. Live, love, life. Okay. Right. I think that's condensed everything into a little tiny ball. And there you go. Do the work. It works. I love you. This is every day. I love you, and you can love yourself. Live, love, life. It's okay to love life. You don't have to suffer the suffering. Live, love, life. Get out there. Enjoy it. It's there for us. Love you.